I tried playing Blox Fruits in Roblox. Honestly, at the very start, I had no idea what this game was. I just thought it was going popular. I'm like, hey, I'll go check it out because a lot of my viewers also decide to play it. So I loaded up, and I think this is something related to One Piece, but I haven't watched One Piece because I'm a bit of an anti-nerd. And I selected the pirates. I'm playing as the pirates. Apparently, there's two different sides, which are pirates and marines, and the pirates fight the marines while the marines team up on pirates. So it's kind of like Jailbreak, where you have, you know, the cops and the robbers. But yeah, I started making my way over to this quest, dude, and essentially I figured out that you can acquire a quest to defeat 5 bandits, and your reward for that would be 350 cash and 300 XP. So I started defeating bandits right away and tried to use up some of my abilities. I had an ability called the Quick Tackle, which was absolutely horrific, and it dealt like no damage. I was horrifically newbie at this point, and I was dealing no damage to anything around me, and these level 5 bandits were kicking my butt, I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, I kept on repeating this quest over and over again because apparently you can just keep on doing the quests non-stop. And then I figured out that you can actually buy a weapon. As I went over to the swords dealer, and you can either buy a cutlass or a katana. I decided to get the katana, and this is essentially where I'm gonna be spending most of my time throughout this entire playthrough, man. I have become Ohio's butt-tickling bandit. I mean sword-wielding bandit. Pirate, yes. I started to defeat these butt-tickling bandits and then opened up my stat menu only to realize that there were 5 different stats we could level up, and I also had a bunch of points. So I started spending them on defense and sword because I want to have a full sword playthrough of this game. And the defense, if you just upgrade that, it gives you more health. So I mean, it was pretty nice. I upgraded the sword and the defense a bunch, and that's really only what I upgraded for the rest of the session that I played. I went back to defeating the bandits and realized that you can actually level up your weapons. So we had katana mastery level 3 at this point, and once we had mastery level 20, we could actually do an air slash attack. I'm also pretty sure that your weapons don't deal more damage as you level them up, but you could probably upgrade that with the stat menu. You guys probably know more about this game than I do, so be sure to inform me because I might make a second episode on this. Anyways, I checked that you could buy a cutlass, but it's like the same thing. It's identical to the katana, and realized that, well, it's useless. Then I went to go check the Blox fruit dealer, and I ran away from him. Then I explored the island that I was on and found some chests, which gave me a bunch of money, so that was pretty cool. And then I went off to a different island with my boat. You can actually get a boat. And I got this quest with this little green arrow on this random island. It's like, hey, you should go here, check out this one guy. And then I was surrounded by monkey. Yes, there are monkeys everywhere. I started defeating the monkeys and checked the quest. Essentially, the dude's quest said that I need to defeat 6 monkeys, and that gives me 2,300 XP and 800 cash. I then explored the little monkey Cilia island to try to find more chests, and used the dash ability by pressing Q to move around the island. I kept on defeating more monkeys and doing the quests over and over again so I could level up my character and also level up my weapon, because when you actually defeat enemies with a katana, you level up the katana. Who would have thought? I was level 12. We had more skill points. Of course, I used them up on the sword ability and the defense. At this point, we had like 180 max HP. We were pretty balling up until I went to the gorilla island. That is where I was given the quest to defeat 8 gorillas for 1,200 cash and 4,500 XP. These gorillas wrecked me. They were very, very powerful. I actually had no clue that these gorillas were much stronger than the monkeys, but yeah, I got decimated and then I left because I got scared. I managed to find my way over to a different island which had these like nuclear reactor things. They kind of look like something from The Simpsons if you guys ever watched The Simpsons. But this, I realized, was the marine island, and essentially it was like their spawn point. So it was very useless because all it had was trainees, which were basically just like the butt tickling bandits that we had from earlier. So I, you know, ruined all of their lives, ruined their families. They went out very easily. I was just using them to level up my katana. And then I decided to get on a different boat, and I actually bought a more expensive boat and went on to a different island. This island, frankly, had absolutely nothing except the Blox fruit dealer, and this is where I discovered what these new Blox fruits are. There were various different abilities, such as the kilo, which apparently, as I remember, made your enemies get stuck in the ground, because I ended up buying it further in the video. You'll see, but the Blox fruits are kind of boring. I'm not really sure. Maybe I just need to level them up more, which I might do in part 2. Anyways, I got a bunch of chests. I got myself a bunch of money, but I wasn't rich enough to buy the kilo Blox fruit. And once I got back to the bandit island, I decided to get a little bit more money, and then I bought it, tried to use it, and realized that it would make things stuck in the ground. So that was pretty neat. Anyways, I saw the biggest structure in my vicinity, and I used my boat to go straight over to there. Once I got over to the palace, I got tracked down by one of these ninjas, which apparently were like level 300. Keep in mind, I'm level 16, and I knew that one hit from these guys would literally send me to heaven. So as they started chasing me, I started running away like a little kid, because, you know, being chased by a level 625 pirate, yeah, it's not fun. It's kind of terrifying. Anyways, I got off the island, and using my massive blue boat, I decided to go to this one sky island. I got there, and the water was actually dealing damage to me for some reason. I thought if I could just go on the waterfall, it would kind kind of levitate me up for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but that doesn't work. So I decided to get back into my boat, and I thought, hey, like maybe if I go with my boat, then it'll take me to the Skyland, it'll levitate me up, and I won't even have to use the staircase. Anyways, that did not work, so I had to go use the staircase. This is where I made a phenomenally massive mistake. As I was going up the Skyland, I did not realize that this was a very high level place. And you know, high level places have very high level enemies. Yeah, you can probably guess what happened. I encountered a Sky Bandit that was level 150 and got one-shotted. But thankfully, I respawned back at the top of the Skylands, and I actually found another sword dealer, which was perfect because I am like the melee class. I like the melee class. I'm good at the melee class. But this sword dealer was something special. He was the master sword dealer, and I'm pretty sure these are like the best swords you can get. Anyways, there was like a very expensive katana, and then I checked the price for the dual-handed blade. It was 400,000 monies. It was 400,000 money. Can you imagine that? Bro, I barely have 2,000 in my bank account right now. Look at me. Level 16, bro, this is pathetic. So I jumped off the Skyland in hopes of dying. But I did not, and then I returned straight to my boat and made my way back over to the original spawn island of the pirates. At this point, I realized that I wanted to level up, so I went back to the monkey island and just started grinding out a bunch of quests. I kept on defeating the monkeys, leveling up my katana, and then at some point, I actually unlocked the air slash on my katana because I got it to mastery 20. I then later went to go check the shop to see what there was, and I thought of the greatest video idea. Would you guys like it if I made a video where I just bought everything in a Roblox game? That'd be pretty cool. Drop a like on the video if you want to see that, so I know whether you're interested. Then I went to go fight some gorillas. I did the gorilla quest, but then realized that I was way too underpowered for that. So I finished like one of them and then decided that I'll finish the monkey quest instead. They just seem easier and they level me up faster. I defeated a bunch of monkeys. Not a good look on my end, not gonna lie. PETA would be very not happy with me because monkeys do have a life and they have a family and a wife and kids, and you should not hurt animals. Plus, they're pretty rare. They're probably about to go extinct, but look, I don't really care. I need my money and I need my XP. I really wish there were more abilities. Like the quick rush is horrific. It's very bad, and the air slash just doesn't really do its justice. But we defeated more monkeys. I leveled up, and then I tried to go defeat the Gorilla King, which is on the Gorilla Island once I was a much higher level. For some reason, he wasn't spawning in, and I couldn't find him for like whatever I did. Earlier in the video, he definitely was there, but now he just disappeared and he's not there. So I don't know what to do. I also got teamed up by a bunch of dudes. Then I saw this massive dude, and then I died, and then I died again. Because once you reach level 20, apparently PvP becomes enabled. So I got one-shotted by this random NPC looking boy. Yeah, I thought I was never playing the game again after that. And that's where I left off. We have 15,000 in the bank, level 29.5 with katana mastery 27. If you want to see another episode of this, or if you want to see me buy like every item in the game, drop a like on the video. I really enjoyed this. I think it'd be very fun to do more of this. But yeah, this has been Boio. Peace out.